Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the US may not be over more rate hikes yet. First up today, Fed boss Powell has been speaking and trying to pitch a middle path, one that he suggests they've got the policy settings about right. But he did concede that the American economy's strength, including very tight labour markets, could warrant more rate hikes, and they may not yet be done with rate increases. Meanwhile, American jobless claims fell to their lowest level since 2023 so far. Also low are American house sales. Existing home sales fell by 2% in September from the previous month to an annualised rate of under 4 million units, the lowest since October 2010. They are now down more than 15% from year-ago levels. Across the border, and for a second month in a row, Canada's producer prices rose, although this time the rise was about what was expected and up a manageable 2.4% from a year ago. And Japan's pivot away from China seems to be paying off. Exports there are rising again, up 4.3% in September from the same month a year ago. This was underpinned by a 13% jump in exports to the US. In China, new home prices fell their most in almost a year in September. This undermines the idea that Beijing is on top of their property crisis. For new homes, they fell in 45 of the top 70 cities. For resales, they fell in 67 of the 70 on a year-on-year basis. It was similar in both sectors for their housing market on a month-on-month basis. Both are worse than for August and a blow to the sentiment in the sector. And Australia reported its monthly September labour market data yesterday. Things were little changed with their jobless rate still at 3.6%, but the twist was to more part-time work. There were 58,200 part-time jobs added in September and 23,300 full-time jobs lost in the month. Globally, container freight rates were unchanged last week for the first time, and it's the first time they haven't fallen week on week since August. The US Treasury 10-year yield has risen further today. It's now at 4.99% and up a net 11 basis points from this time yesterday. Again, this is a new modern post-GFC high. And the price of gold will start today at $1,961 an ounce and up $9 from this time yesterday and a 3-month high. And oil prices have risen 50 US cents to be now just on $88 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $91 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 58.5 US cents and just marginally softer than yesterday. But this is its lowest level in almost a year. Against the Aussie, we're still at 92.4 Australian cents, which is down 1.25 cents since the start of the week. Against the euro, we've eased lower to 55.3 euro cents at a 5-week low. That all means our trade weight index starts today at just on 68.6 and down 100 basis points from this time last week. We're starting to get into territory now where the lower exchange rate itself can be inflationary. Get more news about the New Zealand economy from interest.co.nz, and remember it's a public holiday in New Zealand on Monday, Labour Day. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Tuesday.